With Syria, there are few things that have all international players on the same page. The fact that Al-Qaeda prowls freely through parts of this country is one, just like they should know more. The debate is about how and who's allowed the terrorists to thrive in Syria.
Over the past decade, the Assad regime's permissive attitude towards Al-Qaeda and other terrorist groups fed the growth of Al-Qaeda, ISIL and affiliated terrorist networks inside Syria.
Washington pins the blame unequivocally on the force that has spent a large part of the past 7 years and lost tens of thousands of men repelling the terrorist onslaught. When peace in Syria blew to kingdom come in 2011, Al-Qaeda was busy from the get-go, given the chance to oust the Assad government, a fact the US validated itself.
Al-Qaeda in Iraq supported the Syrian opposition from the beginning, both ideologically and through the media. Al-Qaeda in Iraq declared its opposition to Assad's government because it considered it a sectarian regime targeting Sunnis.
So let me recap. Al-Qaeda supported the Syrian opposition. Washington also supported the Syrian opposition. When it comes to picking the company to entrench yourself with, the US made the worst choice imaginable. Another assumption the new counter-terrorism report makes is that Syria made its border the Grand Central Station, allowing Al-Qaeda to run loose in and out of Iraq. Except Damascus wouldn't have much time to facilitate that. For the most part, it had no access, cut off by the opposition from its own border.
Syrian regime border forces retreated from the border, and the opposition forces took over the posts and raised their flag.
It wasn't until June last year when the Syrian army began to recapture those parts of the country. And it did so with the help of Iranian and pro-Iranian forces, who have proven to be a considerable power. But in the world of the US State Department, Iran giveth and taketh, because apparently on its own soil, it fosters the same terrorists it kills in Syria.
It's a crazy standing of reality on its head, but this is very common in the United States. Iran is helping the Syrians defeat these terrorists in their countries, but the United States says Iran is supporting al-Qaeda. It behooves the United States to say that Iran is involved in this, because this builds a case against Iran, even though it makes no sense. So the United States reports whatever it needs to report to justify its foreign policy.